Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP, $255 million man, and the future of the Philadelphia Eagles, has had a wild ride in the NFL. But just when you thought things were settling down, the Eagles hit him with a crazy twist. Another coaching change. Yes, you heard it right. For the fifth time in 6 seasons, Hurts is getting a brand new offensive coordinator. And this one? Kevin Patullo. But is this the change Hurts really needs? Or just more uncertainty for the Eagles' franchise quarterback? Stick around as we break down the drama surrounding Hurts and this shocking coaching shakeup. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this new move for Hurts and the Eagles. Let's get into it. In the NFL, change is inevitable, especially at the coordinator level, but for Jalen Hurts, it's almost become a revolving door. As ESPN's Mina Kimes pointed out, Hurts has had an insane number of offensive coordinators in his career. And now, with the Eagles promoting Kevin Patullo to OC, Hurts will work with his 5th coordinator in just 6 seasons. Let's rewind a bit. Hurts's rookie year was a mess. Doug Peterson was fired, and Hurts was thrown into the fire at the end of the season. That year set the tone for Hurts's future in Philly. Up and down. Always trying to figure out who his leaders would be. But then came Steichen. Under Steichen, Hurts found his stride. He earned his first All-Pro selection, led the Eagles to a Super Bowl appearance in 2022, and was rewarded with a monster 5-year, $255 million extension. But then, Steichen left for Indianapolis, and that's where the drama started to brew. In 2023, Hurts had to adjust to a new offensive coordinator again, Brian Johnson. But that experiment didn't go as planned. Johnson, who had been the Eagles' quarterback's coach, was promoted, but it didn't yield the results everyone hoped for. After a hot 10-1 start, the Eagles stumbled through the regular season, finishing 11-6, and were knocked out in the NFC wildcard round. Johnson was fired, and here we are today, looking at yet another new offensive coordinator. So what went wrong? Was it Johnson's fault? Or was the pressure of too much change simply too much for Hurts to handle? Now enter Kevin Patullo, the Eagles' internal hire after the brief Kellen Moore stint. Patullo isn't new to Hurts, though. He's been in the Eagles system for the past 4 seasons as the pass game coordinator and associate head coach. He knows Hurts inside and out. He knows the wide receivers, knows their strengths, and has a solid grasp of the team's offensive schemes. But here's the catch. Patullo has never been an offensive coordinator before. Will his familiarity with Hurts be an advantage? Or could his close relationship with head coach Nick Sirianni prove to be a double-edged sword? Mina Kimes raised an interesting point. Is it better to go external with a fresh perspective, or is it better to keep it in-house with someone who already knows Hurts' game? The Eagles chose to go with the latter. But how will this decision impact the Eagles' offense and Hurts going forward? Let's take a deeper look at Patullo's background. He's no stranger to Nick Sirianni. In fact, the two go way back. Patullo worked with Sirianni when he was the offensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts from 2018 to 2020. When Sirianni was hired as the head coach of the Eagles, Patullo followed him to Philly. Sirianni trusts Patullo almost to a fault. He's mentioned before that he always leans on Patullo for advice in every aspect of coaching, from in-game decisions to scheduling and game management. Sirianni said it himself. Can't be great without the greatness of others, and that is definitely a fact with Kevin Patullo. So while Patullo might not have the experience as an offensive coordinator, he's got Sirianni's full backing. But will that be enough? Can the Eagles' offense thrive under a coordinator who's still learning the ropes of the position? At the end of the day, this change puts even more pressure on Jalen Hurts. He's already proven he can handle adversity. Remember that Super Bowl MVP performance. But having a revolving door of offensive coordinators has to take its toll. It's one thing to adjust to a new system when you're a rookie. It's another when you're the face of the franchise and a $255 million man. Can Hurts keep up with the constant change, or will this latest shift set him back? For the Eagles, it's all about finding the right balance. Hurts is locked in for the long term, but the coaching staff needs to give him the tools to succeed. Patullo might have the trust of Sirianni, but he'll need to earn the trust of Hurts and the rest of the team if the Eagles want to make another deep playoff run. So, what's next for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles? Will this new offensive coordinator finally bring the consistency the team needs to take that next step? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the pressure's on. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Hurts's crazy coaching changes, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest NFL news. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Do you think Patullo can help Hurts reach the next level, or is this another setback for the Eagles? Let's discuss.